I returned to the house after 20 years. No one forced me, no letter arrived, no dream warned me, and yet one morning I woke up with a single thought that felt heavier than all the others I had ever had. I need to go back. The house stood at the edge of the town where the road slowly dissolved into dirt and weeds. It had been abandoned for so long that people stopped referring to it as the old house and started calling it simply that place. Children dared each other to approach it. Adults avoided it without knowing why. I parked the car far away and walked the rest of the distance. With every step, my chest tightened. The building looked smaller than I remembered, or perhaps I had grown larger. The windows were dark, the paint peeling like dead skin. The front door still leaned slightly to the left, exactly as it had when I was a child. I touched the door. It was warm. That was impossible. The sun had not reached this side of the house for hours, and yet it was warm. I pushed it open. The air inside smelled like dust, wood, and something older, something that did not belong to time. The hallway was narrow, the floorboards cracked but intact. My footsteps echoed as if the house were hollow. I whispered without meaning to, "I'm back." The house answered with silence. But it was not empty silence. It was listening. The living room was exactly the same sofa, the same broken lamp, the same stain on the carpet. I knelt and touched the stain. My fingers trembled. That was where my brother had fallen. They said it was an accident. They always said that, a fall down the stairs, a broken neck, quick, painless. But I remembered his eyes, wide, frozen, looking at something behind me. Not at me, behind me. I stood up slowly. The house creaked, not randomly, not like old wood usually does. It creaked in rhythm with my breathing. In creak, out creak, I moved to the staircase. The steps groaned under my weight. Halfway up, I felt something brush against my ankle. I looked down. Nothing, but the feeling remained, like fingers letting go. My childhood bedroom waited at the end of the corridor. The door was closed. I hesitated. When I placed my hand on the handle, a memory hit me so hard I nearly fell. I remembered lying in bed at night, hearing whispers in this room, not voices, breathing, slow, careful, too close. I opened the door. The bed was still there. The window was still there, but the mirror was wrong. It reflected the room, but not me. I stepped closer. Still no reflection. Instead, I saw another version of the room, darker, colder, and in that reflection, something sat on my bed. A shape, tall, thin, human-like, but stretched. Its head slowly turned toward the mirror. Toward me, but I felt no fear, only recognition. I do not remember deciding to go to the basement. I simply found myself standing at the door. The basement had always been locked when we lived here. My parents said it was unsafe, that the stairs were unstable. But I had heard sounds from below at night. Scratching, dragging, something pacing in circles. The door was open now. The stairs descended into darkness. I turned on my phone flashlight and began walking down. The air grew colder with each step. At the bottom, I saw symbols carved into the walls. Not words, not letters, patterns. They hurt to look at, as if my brain refused to process them correctly. In the center of the basement stood a chair, a single wooden chair, facing the wall, and tied to it was me. Not a copy, not a reflection. Me. Same face, same clothes, same eyes. The other me lifted its head, smiled, and said, "You finally came back. My parents did not die in a car accident. My brother did not fall down the stairs, and I did not leave this house. I escaped it. This place feeds on memory, on identity, on people who are not fully sure who they are. It keeps a version of you and lets the other one go. I was the one who left the thing in the chair, was the one who stayed. Or maybe I was the copy, and it was the original. The house does not care. It only remembers." The other me stood up, and for the first time in my life, I saw my own face walking toward me. It touched my chest, and I felt my heartbeat move into its hand, not stopping. Transferring the house inhaled, and I understood. One of us would leave again. One of us would stay, and the house would remember the one it kept. People say the house is still empty. They say no one lives there, but sometimes late at night, lights turn on inside. Sometimes someone stands at the window, watching the road, waiting for themselves to come back.